Everyone, it's Junie checking back in with all of you. So this is the completed map for Blayne Ferguson. We've been working on this map for like 3 days. It's taken me a long time to get it done. Like I said, I am still a student and I'm still learning how to do location astrology, so I'm a little slow at doing this. And I want to make sure that I'm doing it correctly. So I did have to go in and switch a few lines. This is Blayne Ferguson. This is the phone number that you can call to if you have any information about his case. He was last seen in Vernon, Canada, getting beat up by 4 men, practically getting beaten to death. And it was recorded and then uploaded to a social media platform. He has reddish hair. He was wearing a reddish hoodie, camouflage, kind of like army pants, and black shoes when he was last seen alive. When he was last seen on that footage, okay? The footage, hey Aggie, the footage was removed off of the internet and it was taken down. But that was the last time he was ever reported being seen, ever, okay? He has not been seen since. So this is his location astrology map. I just wanted to show all of you the completed map. I did mess up on 2 lines that I got mixed up, and I fixed it. I got the DNA line, I think, mixed up with Black Moon Lilith. So I went back through and I fixed it all. So this is the DNA line here. These 2 lines here is the DNA. And that is Black Moon Lilith, which can be secret enemies. DNA means just that, physical DNA. Hey, Brooke, good to see you. So glad you guys are here. Thank you for popping in real fast. So I finished his map. This is the sun, which makes me feel like there might be an older man involved, but the sun also does rule a person's life force. Now, time and time again, we find bodies on these lines, okay? Repeatedly. I can't even tell you how many times we find evidence, cell phone pings, like we mapped out Elijah Vu's blanket on that road where his blanket was found. We had that road mapped out before law enforcement even found that blanket. Our map mapped it out. Okay, so these maps, they're pretty amazing. I don't know how it works. I think that it works. They always seem to bear out. They do. It's really weird, right? And I do think that we mapped out that canyon of Jay Slater. I really do. I think our lines are pretty dang close to where our line of Pluto is, and I can't remember now, but I'm pretty sure we mapped out that canyon that he is found in. I believe he's on the line of closer to the line of Pluto. But I'm not sure. I'll have to double check it. Time and time again, we keep mapping out where cell phones have pinged, where evidence is found, where a killer is seen on camera. Over and over again, these maps do show where a body could be found, including where a killer works, where a killer lives, where a killer frequents, where they may have taken him and committed the crime. Like I said on the astrology, I do feel like he was taken back to a place that they had control over, that may have been near water, or that our killers may have lived near water. And then when you look at this town, it's surrounded by water, huge bodies of water, okay? So it's not, the fact that the astrology is saying that our killer could live near water, well, that's not a surprise. It's also saying that we have multiple people involved. I think we have 2 or, definitely 4 people under than 28 years old, under than 29 years old. And I do feel like there is an older man involved, someone that Blayne would have known and seen probably on a regular basis, and that man would be older than 28, older than 29 years old. The line of Neptune does go right through Swan Lake, which I find that pretty fascinating, that it goes right through Swan Lake. Because Neptune does rule water, and look at that, it goes right through smack dab the middle of Swan Lake. So Neptune rules all waterways, fresh water too, okay? All water, all right? And that line of Neptune goes straight through Swan Lake. And then the asteroid Swan Lake, because Missi did an asteroid study, and she sent me the numbers for the Swan Lake asteroid. And Swan Lake asteroid is down here, which takes us to another lake, which again, that's crazy that these coordinates that we're entering and these asteroids that we're entering are mapping out actual water locations. So I think that's pretty amazing. So Neptune maps out a lake, and then Swan Lake maps out another lake. So that's pretty crazy too. This lake right here, I can't really pronounce it. Oh, is your back hurting? I feel like it's like pressure on your back. I'm sorry. You know what I've been taking lately for my back? For back pain? This. Oh crap, you can't see it because it's dark. Hold on. Let me turn on a light. This stuff is actually helping me tremendously. It's turmeric. Let's see if I can get it so you can see the light. You know, I always get the USD Choice brand. Like, I always try to do that. USDA. I always get their brand for vitamins. Because then you know it's, like, made pure. But turmeric, it's turmeric, organic turmeric made with ginger and black pepper. That is helping me greatly take away inflammation in my back. Yeah, check with your doctor first, of course. I mean, I'll probably get banned by YouTube because they always catch me if I talk about herbs. Even if I'm doing magic, YouTube will give me like a warning that I'm giving medical advice or something like that. I don't know. They haven't blocked me just yet, but you know, just always check with a doctor first. And this is another one that I take. This vitamin here, I can't pronounce it though. I can't find my other phone. Hold on 1 second, guys. Hold on. Sorry. Okay. The turmeric with ginger, black pepper, and then this. This one might not be USDA. This is probably like the first one I've ever bought that's not USDA. But I can't pronounce that word, but it's what's it called? Wild lettuce. It's wild lettuce. It's really good. And there's something else that I take too. Potassium. I take, but I don't take a lot of it. You have to be really careful with potassium, guys. Like, you can't take a lot of it. It seems to be helping me. And another thing I started doing at night is taking a little bit of this salt. I just ran out of it. I just had to order more on Amazon. It's Celtic salt. It's kind of expensive. You can get it on Amazon, but the salt comes kind of like damp. It's kind of a moist salt, but it's better for you if you have pain with inflammation. It does help me. and I'll put like a couple pieces of that under my tongue before I go to bed, and then I drink water with that. That has been helping me sleep better at night, and it's been helping me with my pain. So those are the things I've been taking. Yes, astragalus extract. This stuff really does help. Like, because I have a lot of, well, I mean, I told you guys, I had a pituitary tumor and a thyroid tumor and issues with my hypothalamus. Like, I have like major endocrine issues, and I had a lot of car accidents because I didn't know that I couldn't see. So I hit a lot of things. I had a lot of car accidents, so I had a lot of back pain. So I had to have a lot of surgeries on my thyroid. I had a lot of injections around my face for migraines because my tumor did get pretty big, and they gave me a lot of steroids and things like that, and a lot of injections for chronic migraines, even like Botox for migraines as well. And I ended up with some scar tissue and some damage. So this is what I take to help with like the pain of all of that, the stiffness and the swelling, and it really does help. So that's why, like, I tell you guys, like, I don't like to show my face so much because I have a lot of nerve damage around my face, and like my mouth, like they messed my when they cut open my neck, they messed up the nerves on my face. It's really weird. Yeah, I'm fine now. I just take like a whole bunch of vitamins. I mean, I manage, you know what I mean? Like I could be way worse, but I'm not, you know. Oh, and the hospital gives me this stuff. This is the one prescription that I do take. Sumatriptan tablets. The hospital gave me these. I've been on this for a long time, and this is when because the tumor for me sat behind my eyeballs, right? So not only did it mess with my vision, it put what's it called, pressure, right? Pressure behind my eyes. So like if you ever have like that sensation of like a severe sinus infection, and you have that headache, and you have the pressure of like a severe sinus infection, so that's kind of what I feel all the time behind my eyes and like in my nasal cavity. I feel that all the time, but like it doesn't I don't have the runny snotty nose or the cough that goes with it. I just have the pressure behind my head. So they only give me, I think this only comes with like nine pills. So you have to take it as needed. So if I get like a severe migraine or severe pressure building, they give me that to take. But I don't really take it that much. I've really been doing good with just maintaining the swelling with this turmeric. So, you know, maybe try it. It might help you. I mean, just always talk to a doctor first. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a medical professional or anything like that. I just know a lot about herbs, and I know a lot about herbs because, you know, of my medical conditions. Like I stopped taking ADD medicine, and you know, I was on medication for ADD and for years, and I stopped taking that, and I just take St. John's wort for that. And you know, there's other things that I take to help me with ADD, like valerian that helps me at night, helps me sleep. Chamomile tea I take at night to help calm me down, because if you have ADD, like, you really can't shut off your brain at night. Like, your brain just constantly goes. So that's you know, I take a lot of herbal supplements, guys. That's basically my life. I take a ton of herbs. But this is the one script that I do have. This is it, left over from, you know, migraines. Okay, so back to Blayne. Yeah, everyone is different. Yep. Yeah, everybody, contact your doctor. I'm just telling you what I do, what works for me. Um, you know, when my brain tumor, when my pituitary tumor was big, I can't even tell you how bad the migraines used to be, but they shrunk that tumor down. It's still there. It's not cancerous. And I had nodules on my thyroid that they had to remove, but they weren't cancerous either. So I got very lucky with the fact that I had all these growths, all these tumors growing in my endocrine system, and none of them were cancer, thank God. Like, it could, trust me, it could have been a lot worse. Oh yeah, and soaking in Epsom salt and putting essential oils in the bath. Oh my God, you just feel so good. You can even put magnesium flakes in your bath, guys. You can buy magnesium flakes on Amazon. I'll show you. These things. Oh man. These things are good. I'm probably spelling this wrong, but I should look it up. Yeah, these. Magnesium flakes. And you can make a body spray. I use the Now brand. This is the brand I use. Magnesium flakes. So you can mix this with water. You can mix this with just put hot water in a teapot and then put like 1 cup of hot water to 1 cup of magnesium flakes, and then put it in a spray bottle and let it soak and absorb, and then you just spray that water all over your body before you go to bed. Or you can put a little bit of magnesium flakes in the tub, with Epsom salt. Oh, it's like heaven. Like, you feel like you're floating on air. I'm telling you guys. Magnesium flakes are no joke. And then this big bottle really isn't that expensive. $16, I think. And, look at all these sprays. You can, basically, you just buy this, the magnesium flakes, and you're making your own spray. You can add oils to it. You can add aloe vera to it and make it so it helps your skin. I just do mine with water. And sometimes I'll put a couple drops of lavender in it to make it smell pretty. But basically, that's what it is. It's just, hot water, and you dissolve the magnesium flakes. And that's what you make. And they're selling that one for $20. And all you need to do is buy that 1 gallon, and you can have your own magnesium spray. Make it yourself, But, I mean, of course, always talk to a doctor and do your own research. But that's what I do. So, it has helped me tremendously. Yeah, you have to be careful of eating it or taking magnesium pills and things like that, because you can really overdose on that. You have to be careful with it. And it can mess with your heart if you take too much. So, just always talk to a doctor first. Always do your own research. I'm just telling you what I do for back pain and just sharing it with Brooke, since she said her back was hurting. But it does help me. Taking an Epsom salt bath with just a little couple flakes of magnesium in it, it does help me a great deal. And I don't even know what I would do without my turmeric. This stuff here, man. This is awesome. So, I mean, and make sure you're not allergic to any of these herbs either, Guys, don't be allergic. Yeah, were you out with your chickens, Brooke? Were you out playing with your chickens? I know that they're a lot of work, to take care of them, because you got to keep their area clean and everything, right? Yeah, yep, that'll do it. That will do it. The vacuum cleaner, sweeping about kills me. Okay, so back to Blayne. All right, so Black Moon Lilith is like your secret enemy's DNA. It means just that, DNA. I am fascinated that an asteroid by the name of Lake goes through a lake. I am fascinated that the moon, which rules, okay, the moon rules the ocean and salt water, and the moon takes us straight out to the bay. This is a bay. And the moon, which rules the salt water, takes us to the bay. Like, that's how amazing astrology is. That's pretty crazy. And his AC line. So I am interested in this area's, this whole area here. Like, just because the line is here, guys, we should always kind of push it out a little bit, like, just to be safe. Check, like, I would say this area here is interesting to me. Because the AC line rules the victim, and the moon is a second co-ruler of the victim. We do have, mile markers going through Swan Lake and Neptune going through Swan Lake. IC line is in the womb, in the tomb, how it turns out, and the North Node is part of his destiny. So I would not doubt if something played out in his crime in between this pie here. I would not doubt it. Just like the line of destiny went straight to Summer Wells's swim hole, right? When Summer Wells went swimming, her destiny line went right to the swim hole, to the Warrior State Park. So, these lines do, they mean something. Even this little weird lake right here, I'm curious about, because it is on a mile marker. Although there's no planets going out there, I would just make a mental note of it, because it's part of a mile marker. But most of our activity is down in here. Mercury could be communication and travel, and Mercury rules our killers, okay? So I would not doubt if either the killers worked or lived in this area as well, because we could have multiple killers, multiple suspects, probably 5, and a female. I am curious about the female as well. So these lines here could be where they worked, where they lived, where they carried out a crime, something along those lines. All right, so I just wanted to show you the finished up map and say the next case that we were going to work on, I talked to Susie Q about it. The 5 little boys that went missing? They're like 5 young boys. How do you guys want to do a map for them? They're like, I think they're siblings. I'll start working on them next. I wanted to talk about summer a little bit, because there is just a lot of craziness going on about summer right now on the internet. Just, I'm not sure what that's all about. Yeah, I think it's these boys here. Is it these boys? I'm not sure. I think there's 5 children that are missing. I'll have to, like, Google it and look it up. But we can start working on another map soon if you want. These are 2 siblings that are missing. I thought there were 5 siblings, so I'm not sure if this is them or not. Missing since 4th of July. I think this is them. July 8th they went missing. Indiana family of 5 missing since July 4th. The Terrell family. Is this them? Do you guys want to work on them next? How do you guys feel about it? Because, I mean, we all do this stuff together. The skeleton boys are still missing. Yeah. Skeleton boys missing. Has the dad come forward and said anything? So they went missing in 2010. And isn't this the dad that, like, trashed the house? John Skelton. He, like, trashed his house. And, God, look at those faces. Yeah, I remember these boys. You guys want to do them, too? You think we should do them, too? So, there's 5 boys that are missing. These boys are missing, too, since 2010. But there are some boys, there's 5 of them that just recently went missing, the Terrell boys. So I think I'll look at them first, and then we'll do the Skelton brothers. Does that sound like a plan, guys? You want to do that? You let me know. What do you think? Yes? Okay, we'll do that then. All right, so for Blayne, that is what I have for his astrology. We're going to start working on some other children as well. Remember, Blayne is 6 foot tall. He's Caucasian. He has a slender build, reddish hair, hazel eyes. He was last seen wearing a red hoodie, camouflage pants, and black shoes September 21st, last year, 2023. Okay, this blue car seems to be in connection of his disappearance, and that is his map. I really hope that we mapped something out for this boy. Praying that some of these areas can be searched. You know, I know some lines are more important than others. You know, the line of Pluto is always important because it rules death. The line of the moon and the AC line is important because it rules the victim and the second co-ruler of the victim. The DC line can rule the enemy. DNA can rule the victim. Jupiter can rule the victim. Because Lake is in the womb and in the tomb, that's why I'm really focused on, you know, water. But I don't feel like he might be in water. He might be right next to the water. Because if you look at his... you know, his astrology kind of, it's not really being ruled by water, but there's hints of water in his astrology. So he might be very close to water in Earth, exposed to some elements or something, I'm thinking. Hey, Missi. Are you still driving, hun? Sorry this has taken me so long, guys. But here's his map. It's all done. I fixed the lines, Missi. I got the DNA line in and Black Moon Lilith and everything. I can chat tonight. DNA fell right here in this little pie right here. This is the DNA lines. Right there. And the lake, the asteroid Swan Lake, came to this lake. So this is that asteroid Swan Lake. And then remember the line of Neptune seriously mapped out Swan Lake. The line of Neptune right here went right through Swan Lake, and plus we have the mile markers going through Swan Lake as well. So I mean, he could be buried in a hilly area around here in Earth, really close to the water, I'm thinking. And again, the moon goes over to the saltwater. Pluto goes over to the saltwater as well. So, I mean, the moon does rule the ocean. Think about that. And then it mapped out where there's salt water, because this says it's a bay. A bay would have salt water in it. So the moon is mapping out where, where ocean would be, something connected to the ocean. So I thought that was pretty interesting as well. You think the hilly area where the DNA is? Okay. Yeah, because I forget where I was seeing hills. But yeah, the hills was showing up kind of like as a theme as well in his astrology. Hilly areas, rolling hills, things like that. Scenic areas, So this is what we have. I really hope it helps, okay, guys? All right, so this is what I have for now. And we'll start working on those other kids, okay? And I do want to talk about summer a little bit. Maybe I'll pop on this week and talk about summer. There's just so much stuff going on with the internet right now. And I know that guy Ernie has been putting stuff out. It's just kind of weird to me with the voices being covered up like that. Like, if someone has information about summer like that, why are they disguising their voice? I mean, this is a child. Why can't they come forward and tell law enforcement? Why are they disguising their voices like that? It's just really weird to me. I mean, I'm not throwing any shade towards Ernie. I just find his claims kind of just, I don't know, guys. I'm having a hard time with it. Hey, Gemini, it's good to see you, sweetie. You think in the lake? Yeah, Ernie does drugs, allegedly. I don't know. I heard something today, and I was just like, what the hell am I listening to? There was a recording where somebody disguised their voice. Now, I'm not saying that this is true. Please do not take what I'm saying as fact at all. I'm repeating what someone else said, and I don't even want to repeat it on my channel, but, it was said. Somebody put this out on the internet, and it's coming around from where an Ernie source, that summer was fed to farm animals. I don't even want to say what they said, because it's absolutely heartbreaking. And that Don hit her over the head with, a blunt instrument, okay? I don't want to get into too much gross, gory details of it all, but this is some of the stuff is being repeated on the internet right now, and I'm really struggling with it. Like, I see that somebody lost their head with summer, okay? Somebody lost their shit with summer. Because Algol shows up on that DC line, after 2:30, 3:30, and 4:30. Algol is hanging out in the house that rules the killer. So that can mean that either our killer lost their head, lost their mind, and mass hysteria, something happened to Summer, or that Summer suffered some type of a head injury, okay? That somebody lost their temper, okay? That's it. Algol is famous for losing your head. Even if Algol shows up in your natal chart, like you can have like chronic migraines from Algol, because he affects your head. He rules the head. You can have like sinus eye pain and things like that. Like I know a lot of people who have Algol near their sun, and they do struggle with like migraines. It's kind of really weird. So yeah, I am struggling with this whole thing with summer right now, guys. I'm just going to be honest with you. I'm not saying that I totally believe everything Ernie says. Like I said, this is a free country. He is allowed to speak his voice. He is, of course, allowed to have an opinion. Do I believe everything he's saying? I don't know. It's just weird. The whole covering up their voice thing and then kind of asking for money. I'm struggling with that. It just seems very, I don't know. I'm really struggling with it. And I'm not throwing any shade towards Ernie at all. Okay. He has the right to do whatever the hell he wants on his channel. We live in America, and it's a free country. Okay. But I'm just going to say, please be careful of everything that you hear about Summer right now. I'm not sure if I actually am believing all this crap. Don and Andy took the mattress to Knoxville, and prosecutors have it in evidence found in the dumpster in Knoxville. Yeah, shenanigans, yeah. Drunken fools, canned ass, and Don, yeah. Big Dan, good to see you. Yeah. Yeah, I just don't know if I'm believing everything that's coming out of this man's mouth. I'm just really struggling with it. I'm just struggling with it. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. I'm not throwing shade towards him. I'm not being disrespectful towards him, but it just seems weird. If somebody knew that Summer was fed to farm animals, specifically fed to a pig or pigs, there'd be evidence of that shit. Okay? It's not like pigs eat you up whole and you would... It would be in their poop, okay? Like, that would be a CSI crime scene like you wouldn't believe, okay? Like, dogs would hit on that, cadaver dogs would hit on that in a heartbeat, even years later, okay? So that can be easily debunked. I mean, if you just have a little common sense and you think about how messy that would be for farm animals to do that to a body, even if the body is... Like, this is awful to even think of Summer in this position. I don't even want to talk about it. I don't even want to think about it, okay? But, I mean, I'm just saying, hypothetically, if that were the case, that would be blood everywhere, okay? I'm saying, you guys, it would be all over, in the grass, in the dirt, pieces of fragments of bone, fragments of brain matter. I mean, they don't eat everything whole. They're messy with it, okay? And they rip and tear. This is not something that I want to ever think of Summer in any type of position of, but I just want us to think logically here. What kind of a mess would that leave behind? Think about that. He got her close, but she knows she would be locked up to... I strongly believe she was SA'd those kids too. Paul, she was taking about young men missing. Agree. Junie, I mean, no disrespect, but isn't Summer due a separate live stream? Yes, absolutely. So, I do want to come in and talk more about Summer. We'll do a separate live stream on Summer, but I just heard some stuff today, and I'm like, what the hell am I listening to? Like, I'm struggling, guys. I'm struggling with the crap that we're hearing online. So, in the meantime, this is what I have for Blayne. He has been missing for over a year now. Please keep his family in your prayers. I really hope that our map, finds him. And again, this is the phone number that you guys can call. I left it in the description of my channel as well. You can find his information in my description. You can, do www.nokscrimestoppers.com, okay? If you have any tips for this boy. He's not a boy, he's 27, but yeah, any information, any tips would be helpful, okay? All right, so I'm going to pop off now. Always do your own research. And with Summer, just don't jump to conclusions just yet. That's some of the stuff that's being said right now. I'm really struggling with it, guys, okay? I just am. And Oh, you're welcome, Missy. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Missy, because Missy's the one that brought Blayne Ferguson to our attention. I wouldn't even have known about Blayne if it wasn't for Missy. Missy has also done a video on Blayne Ferguson. If you guys want to share that, share this video, be great. You know, start talking about him. Anything to help spread the word. His family does need answers. They need closure. I couldn't even imagine if that was my son, and my last image of my son is seeing him getting beat to death by 4 men, getting ganged up on and getting kicked and hit, and then nothing. And no confession of where his body is or anything, right? There's just nothing. So, I mean, my heart breaks for this family. So, in the meantime, just keep him in your prayers. Keep his family in your prayers. Keep Summer in your prayers. And I'll be in touch probably this week, and we'll talk more about Summer. We'll go over some more of her astrology, and, you know, kind of look at what these accusations have been made. I'll look up pigs in astrology, and I'll look up, you know, everything that they've been saying. I will research it on an astrological level and see if anything matches up in the astrology. But I really don't think that it will. But I'll still double check it for you guys, okay? And we'll go over Summer's charts again, and then we'll do these missing children, you know, the 5 children that are missing, and these other boys that were missing, these 3 siblings. The skeleton boys, I think they're called. We'll look for them as well. So we have 2 maps coming up, okay? All for the children. Yes, take an Epsom salt bath. You too, Brooke. And look into those magnesium flakes. If you guys want me to, I'll do a little quick video on how I make my magnesium spray. Because that stuff can run about, I've seen it sell for $20 or $30. And you can make buckets of it for 16 bucks. That'll last you for like a year. You know? So I'll show you guys how to make it. YouTube will probably take it down, but I'll still do it. I'll still do it. Yeah, he put out a video. I think he put the video out today that Don Wells attacked Summer with a hammer and something about pigs. That's all I'm going to say. I'll look it up, okay? We'll research it in the astrology. I'll post a video about Summer, and then we'll start working on these 5 missing siblings and the other 3 missing siblings as well, okay? So, we got work to do, and I'll be popping in this week, okay? Love you all. Take care of one another. Be kind to one another. Look out for one another, okay? Take care of each other. I love you all.